Welcome, everyone. Thanks for tuning in to 2K Sports. We've got some NBA action for you coming up. Joined in the booth with Greg Anthony and Brent Berry, this is Kevin Harlan. Our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. It's the Phoenix Suns taking on the San Antonio Spurs. So Phoenix will get the first possession. So the opening lineup for the Suns. Booker and Bridges are the wings. Jay Crowder out there with DeAndre Ayton. And it's Paul in at the 1. Now here's Paul. Nails it from the high post.
That's why Chris Paul is so special, is because he can just navigate around pick and rolls, find open areas, and there's just no defense for that.
Here's Green. Passes it to Duncan. Leonard, that's for 2. Rebounded by DeAndre Ayton. And out of bounds as the Spurs gain possession. Now we'll go to David Aldridge, who spoke with Monty Williams. David.
Well, Kevin, look, he thinks their long-range shooting can make all the difference, not taking anything away from the defense they're going up against. But he did say he'd be surprised if his guys didn't shoot a high percentage from outside. Pretty confident coach, Kevin.
Thanks, David. Always want to get those threes falling consistently.
The attention Mikel had on that play helped him out to get that steal.
And so it's Parker with it. He'll bring it up for the Spurs. 4-point game. The pass to Leonard. Looking for Splitter. He gets it there. And it's slammed in by Splitter.
And how about the agility coming from the big man? I mean, that's not something we often see from him.
You know, it's never going to be, Greg, a 360 dunk when he goes up with it, but it will be 2 points. We do know that.
Well, he's obviously got the length there to make those kind of plays. Just needs to attack more, and that time he did.
Paul for 3. Good. And a nice assist from Booker. Paul's got 5 points so far.
Well, this is why the teammates for Booker are loving him. He keeps working on his ability to find the open teammate.
Outside, Green. It's tipped. Elbow shot. No good from Duncan. Quick start for the Suns in this one. Bridges, no one around him. It's rebounded by Leonard. Just about 2 minutes into the game. First quarter of basketball. Duncan. Great positioning on the putback.
Well, if you don't box out the big fundamental, you're going to have a fundamental problem.
Paul passes to Bridges. Now Crowder. Pass to Paul. Clock at 6. The 17-footer. Bridges for 3. Rebounded by the Spurs.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the 3. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
And here's Leonard. He kicks to Green. Duncan dishes to Leonard. Splitter passes to Parker. Duncan trying to break loose. The shot will not fall. The Suns go the other way with it. Bridges with it. Leonard picks him up. Bridges passes to Crowder. Feeds to Paul. Bucket number 3. He's a perfect 3 for 3 to start.
And for an undersized player, Chris Paul's a pretty good finisher around the rim. Certainly knows all the angles.
It's Parker with the drive. Here's Duncan. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Parker.
Uncovered at the rim, finding cracks in the defense here early on.
Just really smart basketball and exploiting whatever holes that he's seeing right now in the defensive squad. Looks like the game plan is they're willing to give him that kind of shot. It worked out for them this time, but if they give it to him again, I bet 3 points are coming.
And it's Green missing. And it's Paul with the ball for Phoenix. Booker dishes to Crowder. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
And really the defense fouling there to prevent the layup, but that's exactly what you need to do.
The Suns shooting their first free throws of this.
And one of the highlights last year for this group was the fact that they were so efficient from the charity stripe. That's a huge factor.
So 1 for 2 that time at the stripe. Paul is doubled. And a bit of a battle here for the ball. The official signals a jump ball here. San Antonio with the ball. Spurs trail by 4. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
And that's a slam dunk from the big fundamental. You don't want to get in the way when he's throwing it down.
Duncan's gone 3 for 4 from the floor tonight. To the paint. Here's Ayton. And the layup is good after a nice lead pass.
And their post play has been really solid right off the bat.
Parker with it. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. Inside, here's Splitter. Good, and it's Green picking up the assist.
Experience of the big man there from Splitter, having someone who can finish through the contact, is big.
Paul against Parker. Paul is doubled. Pass to Crowder.
Look at the big fella working on that possession. He knows how to thin guys off and get those rebounds.
Leonard with the ball. Now guarded by Booker. And that one's good. Leonard. And this game is tied up now.
Yeah, 3 consecutive field goals have come right at the rim. The D had better start buckling down.
Booker looking around. And it's off from three-point range. Bridges against Parker. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. Mikal Bridges picks one up.
You gotta love the intensity on that attack by Parker to draw the foul. He is a beast off the bounce.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
Shooting 2.
And they now lead as the free throw drops for him.
And Parker just so skilled at marching his way to the stripe. He just has an endless amount of cunning moves that consistently frustrate the opposition.
Here's what San Antonio's going with right now. DL comes in for Splitter. And it's Ginobili in for Danny Green. Booker inside. He's covered by Ginobili. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
Well, Booker still has some upside. One of the best young scorers that we've seen in the NBA in the last decade. He's already an established star, and the sky is the limit for this guy. Now he just wants more wins.
The Suns have converted 1 of 2 free throws so far today. Free throw good, Booker. Both free throws good from Booker.
Well, a great player on a great role at the charity stripe. The D has got to be careful about being too aggressive on him and sending him back for freebies.
Now here's Parker. He dishes it to Duncan. Ginobili kicks to Leonard. 5 on the clock. Duncan. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. Mikal Bridges picks one up.
You just got to be careful on defense with Duncan having the ball that close to the basket. He's so adept at picking up shooting fouls like he did there.
The Spurs shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw attempts of the game.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And he knocks down the first one.
Yeah, during the early stretches of Tim Duncan's career, the free throw line was a bit of a weakness for him. He's recovered from that, quite consistent over the past few years.
The Suns making a switch here. Johnson's checked in. Duncan hits them both. Here is Paul. He has 7. Paul is doubled. Passes to Ayton. This one for 3. And the rebound goes to Duncan. Duncan's got his 4th rebound in this one. Outside Leonard. And there's the pass to Parker. Down low. Duncan kicks to Parker. Duncan right side. Over Booker. Here's Diaw. No good on that one. Paul with the defensive effort. And so it's Johnson who brings the ball up for the Phoenix Suns. Trailing by 2. And again, it's the Suns missing. Booker's gone 1 of 3 on the night. Ginobili against Booker. To the inside, and Duncan throws it down hard.
So blessed with excellent court vision, especially for a wing player. Ginobili repeatedly finds the open man.
Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Ayton, the pass to Paul. Good ball movement here by the Suns. Offensive rebound. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Ayton's got his 2nd basket of the game.
Ayton so big inside, he turns a miss into an opportunity.
Parker finds Ginobili for the 3, and it's good on the assist by Parker. And the Spurs lead by 5.
I think the defense has more concerns out there on the floor, and they give him a good open look from the perimeter.
Johnson outside. Back to Paul. Parker with the steal. And oh, here we go with Leonard. Nobody back. And Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
Well, just a lightning bolt there in transition. No one can match up with Kawhi, especially at his position. That time they paid a price.
Now here's Booker. And that one, good.
And if you're the guy who has to guard him, it is never going to be an easy night for you.
Here's Parker. And 2 free throws coming up as the whistle blows. He barely missed that one.
And Parker's just extremely clever at getting fouls off those kinds of shots.
He'll take his 3rd and 4th free throw shots of the game right here. Phoenix making some changes. Saric is checked in for Ayton. Torrey Craig comes in for Jay Crowder. And it's Payne in for Chris Paul.
Yeah, and early on doing a really nice job at the free throw line.
Here's Booker. 6 points for him. Rebounded by the Spurs. Duncan's got 6 rebounds now in the game. Fires from the wing. And that one's good. Parker's got 6.
And a nice job of reading the defense there on the pull-up from Parker.
Now here's Payne. Johnson, the pass to Booker.
Maybe a time to rest him right now. Just give him a bit of a breather. Try to help him get back on track.
And it's good. 2 points.
And the defense looks soft early on. They've got to summon up a little more sense of urgency.
Suns trail by 11. Now Payne. No points in the game yet for him. Excellent D there from Parker. Booker against Ginobili. He feeds it to Duncan. And Duncan throws it down hard.
really seizing the momentum of this game, but doing it with a methodical approach.
Well, how good have they been on the inside tonight, just getting down into the painted area and just dominating, controlling that spot.
Booker draws the double. Pass to Craig. Kicks at the paint. 4 on the shot clock. Got a piece of it. Parker with the steal. No good off the back of the rim. Suns trail by 13. Booker the pass to Craig. Payne looking around. To stop the drought. And the rebound goes to Duncan.
They've been beating them to a lot of those loose balls and rebounds here to start.
Leonard kicks to Parker. There's the dish to Ginobili. From the arc. It's not going to go for him. Now the Suns take it the other way. Now here's Payne, covered by Parker. Saric against Duncan. Shot clock at 6. Booker in the corner. Leonard with the steal. We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Suns trail by 13. Over to the left wing. Here's Craig. And the basket is good, and he's got a chance here for one more at the line.
Well, he seems to be in the right place at the right time more often than anybody that's on the court here tonight. We see that pay off.
Phoenix shooting their 5th free throw of the game here. And that one misses. Ginobili with the 3. And it's Phoenix with the rebound. Johnson right side. Kicks it out to Booker. No good on the last second attempt there. And so it's the San Antonio Spurs holding on to an 11-point cushion as we get ready to take a break. Their defense has been active and effective. And don't go away. We'll be right back. And glad to have you with us, folks. Second quarter of basketball. This game has not exactly been neck and neck, but plenty of time left in this one. And, you know, the Spurs have been rolling right along, haven't they?
Throughout that first, they just were aggressive on the defensive end, showing active hands.
You know, they really made a lot of good quality reads down there. Took some chances, but feeling more calculated than risky.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's the second quarter of play. On the court for San Antonio, we've got Kawhi Leonard. Green is out there with Tony Parker. Then there's Ginobili. And it's Splitter in at the 5, roaming the paint.
Devin Booker up there in usage rate, usually one of the top 5 players in the NBA, and right there you can see why.
Now here's Leonard. And they pick up 2. Leonard's got 6 points.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flames.
Hey, he's the guy that you want to go to right now, trying to put this one away.
And the shot is good. The Spurs lead has been cut back down to 8 after they get the basket from Saric. To the middle. And Leonard gets it to go on the assist by Parker. Parker's got his 5th assist in this one. Here's Saric. That's his 2nd shot and his 2nd basket. He's 2 for 2.
Fighting through the contact. Dario does a great job that time.
Here's Parker. And he drops in the layup off the glass. He's got 8.
And Matador defense, that's one of the easiest shots he is ever going to see.
Yeah, feels like Christmas right now, just gift wrapping points.
Now here's Payne. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. In transition, here come the Spurs. Leonard finds Ginobili. It's deflected.
What instincts there, as Saric is able to get in there and challenge his opponent.
On the wing, Booker. And that's basket number 4. He's taken 9 shots to this point.
And, guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
Parker with it. Working on Payne. They get it again.
Defense as tough as it comes right there. He's a hard man to deny when he gets the ball to the rim.
And that's a little lack of fight at the defensive end.
Absolutely. At least on that slam, you're right. That's one way to let a team back in the game.
You have to credit the aggressiveness offensively because that's when you make a play when you really need it. And he's got a lot to do with the position that they're in. A very smart offensive performance tonight from him.
And first time out of the game called for Phoenix.
Yeah, you can't make any excuses right now for them giving the ball up as much as they have in this one. Hopefully they can get on the same page during this timeout.
Ayton, he's checked in for Johnson. Ayton, the pass to Bridges. And for those of you just joining us, we're in the second quarter with about 3 minutes gone by.
Well, it's one thing to play good defense, but then to alter the shot and get the rebound, that's a good day's work.
Leonard finds Green. And again, it's the Spurs from deep.
Well, that is what he does, just deadly beyond the arc. Green is one of those guys you cannot afford to leave for a second.
Here's Booker. And he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more.
Man, have they been effective at getting the ball inside.
Phoenix making some changes. Jay Crowder's checked in for Saric, and Paul subbed in for Payne. Spurs leading by 9. Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter. Here's Leonard. It's hauled in by the Suns.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
To the paint, here's Crowder, and he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. This is his second trip to the free throw line.
And a look back at his numbers from the free throw line last year, 78%, so not too bad.
The first one falls. And both free throws good from Crowder.
They've hit every one of their free throws here in the second quarter. Very important when you're trailing.
Green, the pass to Leonard. Dishes to Ginobili. Splitter kicks to Parker. And the officials call a traveling violation. And now let's revisit that exceptional mobile one block.
And that's what a team needs when they're trailing. Energy on D.
Suns trail by 7. Paul looking around and stolen by Splitter. And here's the break. Ginobili, that's for 2. San Antonio again missing.
Even if you're not shooting it, you like to see the effort level. And his tonight has been high.
And that's just showing off right there, guys. I mean, he is too good with that crossover.
For Phoenix, they have shot 75% at the stripe, 6 of 8. Free throw good, Booker. And so it's Parker with it. He'll bring it up for the San Antonio Spurs. They lead by 4. To the right side. And just miss after miss right now.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession.
San Antonio leading by 4. Down low. Green passes to Leonard. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
With those long arms and with the high release point, Leonard is practically daring you to foul him.
San Antonio shooting their 7th and 8th free throw attempts for the game right here.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And he makes the first.
Now, quiet is Kawhi Leonard, but don't let that mistake itself for a lack of competitiveness. He has that desire and drive to continue to get better.
Suns trail by 6. Pass to Paul. Over Parker. A second chance effort. And Ayton with the nice bucket inside. Ayton's got 6.
The big man coming with an attacking mindset. That's something for the defense to deal with, and Ayton is dealing.
And San Antonio calls the first timeout of the game.
And as things present themselves throughout a game, teams have to adapt on the fly.
And timeouts are a wonderful opportunity to just settle in and recollect the thoughts of your entire team. Not just the guys playing, but the entire team.
Boris Diaz checked in for the Spurs. And that'll be San Antonio as it goes out of bounds. Spurs retain possession. Out to the wing. Spurs working the ball around now. Green.
Well, Chris Paul, a terrific defender, uses his speed well right there to cover some ground.
The game has been very close in a lot of areas, but rebounding has been the one differentiator thus far. And their shots are falling now with more regularity than we saw at first.
Pass to Diaz. He kicks it to Green. And the 3 off target.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
Well, he passes to the wide open man. Bridges developing some team chemistry.
And here are the Spurs. 13 points was their biggest lead in the game. Here's the pass to Ginobili. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Parker. 7 points in the game.
Pushing the action, getting others involved. He does it time and time again.
Nice to play with a point guard that takes pride in playmaking. It makes you move around just a little bit faster to get open spots.
They get it back. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. That one on Parker.
Assertive from Ayton, wanting to score often and then forcing the D right there at his size to foul him.
San Antonio making a switch here. Duncan's checked in. And here is Parker. He's got 8. Pass to Duncan. And taken away by Paul. And here we go. Fast break. Paul's got it over Parker. That gives them the lead. Ayton's got 10 points.
It really turned it around here in the second quarter after shooting less than 40% from the field in the first.
San Antonio trailing here. Parker with it. Inside, Duncan. And he takes it in for the layup off a very nice feed.
Yeah, the assist by Parker, just brilliant. Really seeing his teammates out there.
Here's Booker. He dishes it to Paul. It's up a three. Green with the rebound.
That is fantastic defense on one of the best three-point shooters in the league. Didn't give him an inch of room.
Here's Ginobili. And it's good in the assist by Parker. Parker's got assist number 8 here in this one already. Now here's Booker. He's got 19. Pass to Paul. Launches it. Another field goal for him. 4 for 6 shooting tonight.
And good tempo on that play as Chris Paul was in place for that jumper.
Time called here. The Spurs decide to talk it over. You gotta like what Devin Booker is doing in this one.
I mean, he continues to burn them with his scoring. The coaching staff's going to have to come up with a different approach defensively.
Splitters checked in for Duncan. Diaw finds Ginobili. Now here's Parker from outside the arc. Booker pulls it in. Paul with the ball. He's picked up by Parker. That one good for 2. And now a 3-point Suns lead. Paul's gone 5 of 7 from the floor here. Manu Ginobili on the wing. Out to Parker. Two points. That one goes.
Yeah, the mid-range jump shot is just automatic from Parker, especially when he gets the room to fire.
Bridges passes to Paul. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. And so Green will bring it up for the San Antonio Spurs.
Well, that basket must be widening out right now, and he's making almost every shot he's putting up this quarter.
Booker the pass to Ayton. And they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up.
Yeah, this is a maturity play here. Lots of pressure around him, and he doesn't speed up.
This is his 3rd free throw attempt of the game.
And his percentage at the line last season, right at the 75% mark.
Now here's Parker. 10 points for him. With some arc. And the rejection by Ayton.
Oh, man, 7-1. Not a good idea to challenge Ayton there.
Splitter's gotten all 3 of his shots to fall for him. 3 for 3. Bridges passes to Paul. Hands it from downtown. Paul's got 8 here in the quarter.
And 2 more three-point field goals for him here in the second quarter. Somebody had better get a hand up.
Paul against Parker. Shoots from 12. And it's Ayton with the rebound. Ayton's got 9 rebounds now tonight.
Well, his poor shooting is a big reason that they're staring at this deficit right now. He needs to get on track if they're going to find a way to win.
And here is Parker after Devin Booker getting his shot to go from deep. Green against Booker. Green dishes to Ginobili. 6 on the shot clock. Splitter passes to Ginobili. Rejected by Crowder.
Another rebound hauled in. They're hitting the glass with a lot of passion.
Here's Ayton. Rebound San Antonio. Splitter's got 6 rebounds here tonight. Here's Ginobili. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Parker. Ginobili's got 13 points.
Solid in the first. Fantastic here in the second. He was just waiting for the moment.
There's 1:26 left to play here in the second quarter. Parker's shot is off. Suns leading by 4. Booker in the corner. It's good from long range. Booker's got 25 points.
Every time he gets going like this, somebody's going to talk about that 70-point game he had in Boston. It's not going to be me.
Outside, Green fires the three. That one's good. Maybe that'll get him going after a 2-for-6 start.
Yeah, this story in the second quarter much different than the one in the first. We're finally seeing some aggression.
Green against Booker. And Splitter pulls it down. Splitter's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Green inside the three-point line. Bridges with the board.
And offensively, they've gotten stuck on the perimeter, falling in love with the jumper.
A nice shot by Booker.
Yeah, and their shooting really starting to pick up here in the second.
The shot and game clock separated by 4. Parker outside. Three-pointer. It's hauled in by the Suns.
Now that's a shot right there he's going to hit 9 times out of 10. We just saw the 10% he doesn't make.
And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
I like when Devin Booker's decisive about forcing the action. It's clear the defense is respecting his ability to score the ball.
Now Parker. He's got 10. Floats one. Second chance shot, and there's the play inside by Duncan. Duncan's got 16 points.
And as long as Duncan continues to hit shots like that, you're going to feed the big fella. One of the most dominant.
And so it's Devin Booker making highlights for the Phoenix Suns.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again, folks. Devin Booker putting in some incredible work. He had 29 points. 6. That's all for now.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. You know, guys, Devin Booker has been exceptional here.
And the way he goes at defenders, he is bound to get to the line just like he did there in that first half.
They're almost inviting contact, that attack mentality on full display.
On the court for the Suns, Booker and Bridges are the wings. Ayton is out there with Jay Crowder, and it's Paul in at the point. Booker with it. Now Green defending. The basket counts and one. He'll go to the line with a chance to make it a three-point play.
Yeah, Ayton just swallowing up the defender there and then completes the play.
And this is his 3rd trip to the line tonight.
Find the lanes. Find the lanes. One shot.
DeAndre Ayton back in 2018 heard his name called first in the NBA draft, and he averaged a double-double in his first year in the NBA. Exciting to see what is next for this big man.
Green kicks to Duncan. Leonard on the wing. Back to Duncan. And Duncan throws it down hard.
A little awareness there from Kawhi, waiting for his teammate to break free and then finds him.
Passes it to Ayton. A rebound by the Spurs. Splitter's got 8 rebounds in this game. Leonard. They get it back. Parker's shot is off. And so Booker will bring it up for the Suns. The pass to Paul. Booker against Parker. The drive by Booker. It's rebounded by Leonard. Spurs trail by 7. 3rd quarter of play with just over a minute and a half gone by. Duncan, the pass to Leonard. Those 3-pointers off the mark.
Team starts the second half missing 4 of 5 shots. When does the coach possibly call a timeout and reiterate what he talked about at halftime?
And he can do a lot more damage to the rim than that when he wants to.
Oh, you're right. And with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one. Here's Duncan. Good for the basket, number 9. He's only missed 2 shots from the floor all night.
Well, once Duncan gets the ball, the defense trying to be physical, but Timmy's seen that, what, once, twice, maybe 6,000 times before. Future Hall of Famer still getting it done.
So it's San Antonio now. 9-point game. Duncan outside. Shoots over Crowder. No good on the shot. And Phoenix the other way now. Pushing it up. And denied. He sends it right off the glass.
And Duncan just times that one perfectly. The shooter should never attempt those kind of shots with Timmy roaming the rim.
Oh, power flush with a long hang on the rim at the end of that.
That could be a catalyst for him. It really could. And the Suns call time here.
Well, whether things are good, bad, or indifferent, coaches will have adjustments to make throughout the course of the game.
Yeah, not just there to pump up or to discipline players. You got to make sure that the coach makes the proper adjustments and has his team in the right mindset to carry it out.
Phoenix leading by 7. Clock keeps going. 3 minutes into the second half now. Here's Crowder. Tries again. And it's Ayton missing. From deep, Green. And it's Ayton with the rebound. Ayton's got 14. Yep, 14 rebounds for him tonight. Wow. Booker. And too long on the shot. Here's San Antonio. From deep, Green. Here's Duncan. And the rejection by Ayton. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Ayton. Let's take another look at the staunch defense during that mobile 1 block.
The defensive awareness, the timing, when you have to face a defender that can reject you like that, it can alter your approach.
We've gone about 3.5 minutes into the third now. To the inside. And Duncan gets it to go on the assist from Leonard. Duncan's got 22.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Booker against Duncan. Duncan with the block. And he's able to get it back. Hall finds Booker. Here's Crowder. And he uses the glass on the layup. Crowder's got 7.
And that's right where they wanted to go with the ball in rhythm.
Spurs trail by 7. Parker passes the splitter. A 3 from Leonard. In for his 7th make in 14 tries.
Well, that equals his 3-point total from the first half. He had 1 before the break, and that's his first 3 of this half.
Back to Paul. Good. And a nice assist from Booker. He's got 17.
Chris Paul tapping into that absolute best magic tonight. For a long time, he set the standard for point guard play in the NBA.
Time called here. The Spurs decide to talk it over.
Ladies and gentlemen, dance team.
The Suns making a switch here. Johnson's checked in. Ball against Parker. Outside Leonard. Green kicks to Parker. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Leonard with no one around. Hits it from 3-point range. Leonard's got 21 in the game.
Yeah, that's back-to-back threes. The D just seems to be slacking off a little bit.
Pass to Paul for 3. Rebound San Antonio. Duncan's got rebound number 13 for him here tonight. Trying to break that ice-cold streak. And with that shot, the Suns' lead is cut down to just one on the basket from Parker.
And able to get it done once again in close. Just one of the ultimate finishers at the rim.
Booker against Green. And Ayton throws it down.
As long as passes are in that area, Ayton's going to get up and go down.
Parker looking around to the paint. Here's Duncan. Slammed home, and he draws the foul. A chance for another point at the free throw line. That one on Ayton.
Go into the rack with energy, and the D afraid to cut him off.
Yeah, got to chalk that one up to some shaky defending.
There's some ways to get your coach's attention, and that draws the coaching staff's ire.
Here's what San Antonio's going with right now. Boris Diaz checked in for Splitter. And it's Ginobili in for Green. That one drops. He ties it up. And here are the Suns now. And here's Booker. He's got 29 points. Inside, Saric. Good. And a nice assist from Booker. Saric has got 6.
Well, difficult cover here on the pick and roll as Devin Booker's getting more and more experience playing out and making plays.
And that one's good. Leonard.
This team really feeds off of one another in terms of their energy.
At least in the second half they have been. The first half wasn't played anywhere near this intense.
Kane passes to Booker. Ginobili with the steal. Left side, Leonard for the lead. And it's Phoenix with the rebound.
Well, even though he misses that one, the defense has got to talk about that. And that's a bad miscue. And you can't give up looks like that all game long.
Saric finds Payne. Johnson surveying the floor. Shot clock at 5. And here's Booker from the arc. Knocked loose and out of bounds as San Antonio gains possession. Basket here gets them back in front.
And it's been a long time coming, partner.
Here's Parker. Leonard trying to break free. Parker's shot is off. And so it's Payne with it. He'll bring it up for Phoenix. Here's Bridges. And oh, he blocked it and deflects off the backboard. Parker with it. And it's Johnson picking him up. And the whistle blows as the basket counts. And a three-point play chance right here. One free throw coming up. For San Antonio, they have been exceptional shooting free throws tonight, going 9 for 9. And that one falls for Parker. And the Suns call time here. One of the top stories here, Tim Duncan getting it done today.
And they simply have no answer right now for what he's doing to them. He is making them pay.
Suns trail by 3. Payne with it. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. Booker outside. Lets the 3 fly. The three-pointer is right on target.
Is it possible his sweet touch is getting sweeter, guys?
San Antonio with the ball. Parker right side. And the shot goes down. Parker's got 7 points here in this quarter.
And how about Parker there? Incredible job with the handle and the footwork to get that one.
To the middle. Diaw with the steal. And now the fast break. Ginobili with the ball. Booker against Parker. Now the feed to Duncan. Kicks it out to Ginobili. Offensive rebound, Spurs. That one goes. Count it. And it's a 4-point Spurs lead.
Pretty easy right now. Clear out. Give him some space. Let him get to work.
The drive by Booker. And he banks in the layup. Booker's got 34.
And Booker, no fear at going to the basket. He's got the size as a two-guard to do that.
Parker outside. Down low. Here's Duncan, and it's good in the assist by Parker. Duncan's got 13 points here in the second half alone. Booker with it. Picked up by Ginobili. Count it, and the foul. That one on Ginobili.
Some of the greatest shooters in the game always talk about being on balance. Booker does a great job there. Keeps his eyes on the prize.
This will make 5 trips now to the free throw line for him tonight.
And over the course of last year, he was up over 90%. And with a stroke like that, you see why.
Free throw good, Booker. San Antonio leading. Parker outside. Ginobili outside. Beyond the arc. Good for basket number 7 tonight on a not so unlucky 13 shots.
We all know what he can do from out there. At this stage, it might be better to body up Ginobili and force him to work harder and put it on the floor.
Here's Payne. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. 6 to shoot. And Tim Duncan gets the whistle that time. That is his first foul of the game. Now here's Payne. Just 4 to shoot. Trying to get open is Johnson.
And a great job there by Parker with the contest to force the miss.
Fires the 3. Come on. It's hauled in by the Suns. Bridges has got 6 rebounds now in the game. There's the double team with Ginobili. Bridges finds Saric. From outside, off the mark. Spurs leading by 4. Up top, Leonard. Defended by Bridges. Out of bounds. Phoenix takes possession. Sun changes for Phoenix. Ayton comes in for Saric. And it's Crowder in for Mikal Bridges. And so it's Johnson who brings the ball up for Phoenix. Now here's Payne, covered by Parker. From downtown, they get the rebound. Johnson, and good work on the boards. They pick up the second chance points.
And that's a lesson for the D. Fight harder on the glass.
Yeah, you just can't afford to give up second chance opportunities again and again.
And count it, the shot is good. He'll go to the free throw line.
Just how awesome is it to watch the best of the best start to dominate in a game.
For San Antonio, they haven't made a mistake at the line yet. 10 of 10. The free throw drops for Duncan. There's 1:17 left to play here in the third. Now Payne. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. Pass to Johnson. Takes a 3. Knocks down the 3 ball.
That's pretty much not how they want to defend the three-point line. Somebody's got to shadow him out there.
Ginobili the pass to Parker. That falls. Nice feed that time for Manu Ginobili. Ginobili's got 4 assists in the game. Booker against Ginobili. To the paint. Here's Ayton. He doesn't hit that one. And San Antonio will go the other way with it. Johnson against Leonard. Whistle blows. Bucket is good. And he'll have a chance at the line to make it a 3-point play.
That's the power and strength he brings. Kawhi able to absorb the contact. I'm not even sure he felt it and still knocks it down.
On the night, he's gone 2 for 2 at the stripe. The free throw drops for Leonard.
And if they continue, Kevin, their outstanding free throw shooting, that'll help them seal the deal.
Outside, Crowder. Johnson outside. Booker against Leonard. Just 5 to shoot. Duncan with the block. Parker outside, and that would have counted, but his shot was off the mark this time. And so it's San Antonio in the driver's seat, up 8 points at the end of the quarter. They've had active hands and have forced a lot of turnovers in this one. And we'll be back with you shortly. And a chance right now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
The coaches talk about it all the time, but to be able to play with that kind of feel, nice play, collaborating, improvising, and organic.
And with 3 quarters behind us, let's see what this 4th period holds in store for us. Boris Diaw is out there with Duncan. And it's Green. Then there's Ginobili. And it's Leonard in at the 3, the small forward. That's the San Antonio foul. Crowder with the steal. Here's Paul. Oh, and he pucks it off the glass. Wow. In transition, here come the Spurs. Ginobili leading the charge. Leonard, no luck. And here is Paul. It's good. Paul's got the first field goal of the 4th quarter here for Phoenix.
Playing from behind right here, not easy, but he is answering the bell.
Yeah, doing anything he can right now to get his team to cut into this lead and give them a chance. Well, he got off to a terrific start from the perimeter, but in the second half, he can't seem to build on that early success.
And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
Well, the defense respects Aiden's ability to score, especially from that area on the floor. He becomes dangerous.
At the line for the Suns, Jalen Brown. At the line for 2.
Shooting 2.
And the first one at the line is good. Splitters checked in for San Antonio. Ayton hits them both.
And even though they're down, they are putting on a show at the free throw line.
Time called here. The Spurs decide to talk it over. And with the 4th quarter push coming up here, the coach going over the game plan and these players rehydrating themselves with Gatorade, recharging their bodies, refocusing their minds, and getting that strategy down to close out the game. And we've got an update here, so let's check in with David Aldridge reporting from the sideline.
Well, guys, during the last break, I listened to Greg Popovich talk to his team. He said, keep grinding. We're in good shape. Things aren't always going to go perfectly. Don't let that slow you down. Let's just stick to what got us here. Kevin, we'll see if they can build on this lead.
Here's Duncan. Splitter trying to break free. And Duncan with the basket on the assist by Green.
He's played a huge role in this game to this point, but it looks like he just wants more. He wants to make sure that this lead holds up. Well, an aggressive move right there to the basket. That's where he does some of his best work and chops into the lead.
San Antonio leading by 4. Outside, Green. Passes it to Leonard. Here, the step back. Again, the Spurs good for 2.
I mean, Kawhi Leonard, an MVP candidate. Why? Well, they're the reasons right there. One of the best two-way players we've seen in the past 5 years.
Here's Paul. Duncan with the block. Leonard looking around. A three-pointer, no good. Suns trail by 6. Johnson kicks to Ayton. Here's Booker. And he nails that one right through the net. Booker's got 39.
Booker doing a great job of taking advantage right now of the defense.
Ginobili the pass to Duncan. To the inside. Nice shot by Ginobili. And the Spurs lead by 6.
And guys, all about hard work from this point on. They've worked hard to create that high-quality shot and then able to knock it down.
They get it back, and Ayton throws it down. Ginobili with the ball. Inside. Oh, and the jam by Duncan.
And he just dangles from the bucket after sending that one through.
And you can see which team has the swagger right now. Johnson, the pass to Paul. And they double up Paul. And the ball's tied up, so we'll have a jump ball. Phoenix with the ball. Crowder dishes to Paul. And they double up Paul. Back to Crowder. Shoots it. It's hauled in by Ginobili. Spurs leading by 6. We've played just over 3.5 minutes now in the fourth quarter. And the pass to Green. Rejected by Booker. Johnson outside. Right wing. Here's Paul. Shot is good off the back rim and in. That's 23 points for Chris Paul.
Just sticking with the play, Chris Paul there, determined to make something happen. Maintains his focus all the way through that one.
Duncan outside. The rebound by Johnson. Johnson's got rebound number 8 now on the night. Booker with no one around. That's good, and Johnson with the assist. And now just a 1-point Spurs lead.
Well, if Booker gets that kind of room out there, he's got the green light. He's had it since he came in the league.
To the middle. Here's Splitter. And the rejection by Ayton. And it's out of bounds. The Spurs able to retain possession here. The Spurs making a switch here. Parker's checked in. And the Suns also making a change. Bridges checks in. Feeds it to Green. Parker with no one around. Offline with his 3.
Hard to figure out how he doesn't knock that one down. No defender in sight.
Booker the pass to Bridges. Leonard against Crowder. Rocket 6. Booker the pass to Ayton. So they take the lead. Ayton's got 6 points in the quarter.
Ayton rolls to the hoop for 2 at 7-1. Very fluid.
Here's Parker. He feeds it to Splitter. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Ayton. From the inbound. Oh, and the jam by Leonard.
Well, not much you can do to stop that. Leonard showing once again his physical prowess at the 10.
Paul against Parker. To the inside. Ayton. And Ayton throws it down. And guys, here in the fourth quarter, still a close game.
Instant classic, fellas. This one could come right down to the last shot.
Parker passes to Duncan. And the dunk by Duncan.
Fundamentals, guys, using the one-hand slam.
Really makes the basics look pretty exceptional. Outside Crowder. Inside, here's Booker. Beautiful dish, and the layup goes down. Booker's got 44.
And they've had assists now on their last 3 baskets.
Down low. And Leonard gets it to go on the assist by Parker. And the Spurs lead by 1.
Oh, you see the touch inside from Leonard. Does a little bit of everything for this basketball team.
And the Suns call time. And now, let's present our New Balance Player of the Game, Tim Duncan.
And, guys, he's been about as close to perfection
as you can be. The intensity he's played with has been amazing. Just no let up. And as fired up as he's been, he's never let his emotions get out of control.
Here's Ayton. No good on the quick three. And it's Parker with the ball, bringing it up for San Antonio. 13 points was their biggest lead in the game. They blow the whistle just as he gets it off. That's 2 points with a chance for another one at the stripe.
More fundamental footwork from Timmy there. So good at getting baskets over even good defense.
Suns trail by 4. Here's Bridges. Here's Ayton. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
No question he got bumped on that shot.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And that one misses. Good on the second free throw. San Antonio leading by 3. Now here's Parker.
Well, he's using the force, but in the worst way possible right now. He just needs to dial it back and look to work the ball around the floor to his teammates.
3 triples in the first half, 3 in the second. Boy, do they add up.
Leonard draws the double to the paint. Duncan trying to break loose, and that one's good. Parker's got 12 points in just the second half.
And defensively, guys, they've been unable to shut down the middle.
Paul passes to Booker. It's stolen by Green. Here's Parker. Good, and it's Green picking up the assist. And now a 4-point San Antonio lead. Paul outside. Green against Booker. They grab their own miss. Duncan with the block. Now Parker, and stolen by Booker. And Phoenix pushing it up now. That one drops for him. Booker's got 49 points in the game.
Well, Booker's bringing some energy to this one. Always a threat to leak out and score in the open floor.
Here's Duncan. Lays it up and banks it in. And the Spurs lead by 4.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
Paul kicks to Booker. No good from outside.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
Green finds Splitter, and it's slammed in by Splitter.
Wow, Splitter up on the rim. Nice to see him near the hoop and take advantage of that one.
And here is Paul. Pass to Ayton. Knocks it loose. Leonard with the steal. Goes up. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. It goes on Devin Booker.
Yeah, just nice strength there, and then just off with the shot.
At the line for 2.
No good on the free throw. And he sinks the second. Suns trail by 7. Booker outside. Good ball movement here by the Suns.
And this is what dominating the glass looks like. He just cannot be contained.
Sort of reminding me of a little Ben Wallace action here from his years with the Pistons. He's been that much of a force rebounding the ball.
Timeout called, the Suns.
And they're allowing too many points in the paint. Coach is going to let them hear about it.
Yeah, coach knows that. They know that. In the timeout, they're going to hear about it, make the adjustment.
Booker with it. Looking to end the run. And he sinks the layup. Booker's got 51.
He looks to score all the time, and easy ones there for Booker.
Pass to Splitter. Inside. Takes it out to Leonard.
A fundamental footwork and boxing out there that allowed him to rip that ball right off the rim.
Paul, no one around him. Good. And a nice assist from Booker.
Yeah, just love how Chris Paul steps up and nails crucial baskets. A huge momentum-changing shot there.
Down low and stolen by Ayton. Oh, here we go now. Crowder's got it. The fast break chance from 13. Duncan with the block. Leonard against Bridges. To the inside. Parker. Well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup. Parker's got 26 points.
This can make it so much easier for your teammate when you throw that lead pass that gets to him right on the money, whether that's on the run or in the shooting pocket.
Bridges against Leonard. Shot is good, and the Spurs lead is cut back down to 5 points in the make from Bridges.
And Bridges elevating his game. Woo!
Parker against Paul. Parker outside. Up and in on the layup. 28 points for him.
If you give him an inch of space, he's going to make you pay.
High post shot. And it falls over the rim and in.
And Booker, not just an onlooker. How about that one?
And so it's Parker with it. He'll bring it up for the Spurs. 13 points was their biggest lead in the game. Kicks it to Leonard. Passes it to Duncan. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist. Duncan's got 46 points.
They're in total command of this game with time starting to run out.
Yeah, looking for a miracle worker out there is the opposing coaching staff. I don't know that they have one. This game seems to be well in hand.
That's his third personal foul. At the line for the Suns, Jay Crowder. 2 shots.
He doesn't hit the first, and that was the one they really wanted. He's got one more, though. And the second of 2 is good. That trims the lead to 6.
You know, the team's struggling to come back. He really wanted all of those free throws.
And he commits the intentional foul. Two points here might be all the cushion they need.
You would think so. This game is theirs for the taking.
And he misses the first one. Boy, he wanted that one to fall. He's able to hit the second one, and that makes it a 7-point lead. Phoenix calls timeout. They're trailing by 7. We've got 28 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Oh, Ayton in position. An emphatic alley-oop jam.
And how about that? Ayton stepping up, wanting the pressure.
And so they foul intentionally. The first one, and that increases their lead to 6. so he gets them both, and it's a 7-point game.
And he just garnered a little bit more insurance there. Very confident as he's able to go up and knock those down.
Booker the pass to Bridges. Duncan brings the double team. Kicks it out to Booker. From deep. San Antonio with the rebound. Here's Parker. And so it's the Spurs with the win. Probably a little closer than they would have liked it, but a win nonetheless.
Yeah, but I really got a sense that the fans gave them that emotional boost that was needed down the stretch. This crowd, man, they were electric.
And that'll do it, folks. For Greg Anthony, Brett Barry, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching the NBA, presented by 2K Sports. So long and good night, everyone.